There are two things that we do as adults, parents, school system, that sets up our kids for academic failure or academic struggle. These are the things I want to talk about in today's video. In today's video, I'm still going to talk about how we can help our kids to excel academically, because this is a crucial part of roles that we play in their lives as parents, as moms. There are two things that we do as adults, parents, school system, that sets up our kids for academic failure or academic struggle. And the first one I want to talk about is this thing that some parents do, especially some moms, the act of jumping their kids from one class to like 2-3 class ahead. Why? Yes, I understand that some kids are exceptionally brilliant. In those cases, it makes sense, especially if the kid also cognitively is mature and can handle both the academic pressure and the social pressure of a higher class. But you see some students, some kids that are just average, some of them even below average, or they are just like normal students, regular students. And the next thing, the mom comes to school and say, I want you to move Janet from grade 3 to grade 5. And of course, for most schools, is business. They can't push too hard, or else this segment will take the children to the next school that is available to put them even in grade 6. Where are you rushing these children to? Because what I have seen happen, I have observed happen, I've seen it in countless situations where this was the case, is that you take this average child that is just surviving, that is just doing fairly well in this class, say grade 3, and you jump this child to grade 5. From that point, they start struggling. And then they struggle their way. And if I understand how the private school system is, nobody feels. They manage them, package them to the next class. Of course, the common entrance exam is not any exam anymore, doesn't really change anything. They manage, and this child starts struggling and then find himself or herself in secondary school. The struggle continues. After the first 2-3 years, what you will effectively communicate to this child is that you are dull, you are not smart, you struggle through academics, you are not brilliant. This was a child that, if left where they were, could have even gotten better, could have improved, growing with other children. Afterward, they get disenchanted with learning, with education. They convince themselves that they are not cut out. Some of them ends up dropping out. Some of them just barely, they coast through. They do whatever it is that is necessary, either by crook or by any means possible, to get themselves to graduate. And then they are released into the workforce. And we are shocked at the level of mediocrity that some young people bring into the workplace. But apart from the general ill you have done the society by pushing out unprepared young people, right? What about the child who you have defined by that singular unwise act that they are not brilliant, that they can't succeed? If they can't succeed in academics, they also struggle to succeed in every other part of their lives. So please, can we stop? Can we please let children be? I believe that one of the best gifts my mom gave me, one of the best things she did for me, was allowing me to repeat primary 2 when I came home with week pass. Yes, in those days of week pass. Because up until that point, school, I didn't like school. School was a torture, because maybe the teachers that were teaching me then and the way they were, nothing was entering. I was like, so many things, I wasn't doing well in school. I didn't like school. I was sure I wasn't even seeing myself as below. I was not there. But by the time I was forced to repeat that class, and I was fortunate to get a teacher who understood how to teach. And I managed to get second position. It was easy for me to get that second position while I was repeating, because many of the kids coming were hearing those things for the first time. And here I was, I've heard them before. So somehow he entered. By the time I was able to achieve that feat of second position, something broke. Something broke. My mind opened. I realized, oh, I could actually do it. Oh, I'm actually brilliant. Imagine in a class of 30 something students, I was second. The affirmation it gave to me was beyond anything anybody could have told me. Imagine if my mom said, oh, she had to go with her mate, please move her to grade 3. Do you know how I would have struggled through life? In fact, I'm so sure that if that had happened, I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you, because I will be one Mama Kishi somewhere, struggling under one canopy or something, trying to, not like I don't have anything about, but I'm saying my reality would have been different. Right. So please, let's allow them. In fact, if your child is doing well academically, but you find out that cognitively, socially, they are not yet ready, their mind is not, please don't release them to those, because when they go there, they will struggle to fit in. That is when it's easy for them to be influenced. That is when peer pressure works harder. If you can, yes, they are doing well academically, but you know they are not ready for the next, please let them. Give them some breathing space. They are not, life is waiting. They have a full lifetime to achieve whatever, and they will achieve this thing. They will get there faster if we allow them space to grow from level to level. As they are maturing in the academic pursuit, their mind is developing, their social awareness is developing, so everything ties up, everything aligns, which I believe is one of the advantages that my kids have. None of them. My daughter is in SS2, she's 14. My son is in my daughter is in SS1, she's 14. My son is in SS2, he's 16. There's no pressure. Before I go on, I have a favor to ask. So if my goal to achieve 500 subscribers in the next 90 days, I'm begging you to help me make this dream happen by sharing this video with as many women as you can come across, subscribing if you have not done that, and encouraging others to subscribe. The goal shouldn't be how fast, the goal should be how well. Which leads me to the second thing I want to talk about that we do as parents and as a school culture that sets up our kids for academic struggle. You see, this thing we do of glorifying sciences over art and humanity, we should tone it down. We should calm down on that. We almost now make the art students feel like they don't matter, that they are less intelligent. Doesn't matter how brilliant or how well they are doing in these subjects. It's always the sciences. See, the society needs both sides to function effectively. Science can't stand just on its one leg. There are two legs that the society needs to function effectively. So our job is to identify where these children perform better and fix them. They're not to struggle to force them into the science classes because it's trendy, because you want to brag to your girlfriends. My daughter is in the science class, my son is in the sciences. Meanwhile, this girl or this boy is dreading to go to school because nothing is getting in. And the school perpetuates this thing, the way they talk down on the art students. It should be stopped. Our job as adults is to observe these children and identify their core strengths and push them in that direction. We have so many people in the tech world that read social sciences, right? So let's not make things difficult for these children by forcing them into where their weaknesses are. No. The lion is the king of the jungle. But believe me, if you take the lion and drop him in the ocean, he will struggle. The lion will struggle. And if he stays there long enough, it can get drowned. The elephant in all its majesty, how great, how fearful, and how powerful the elephant is. If you try to get the elephant to fly, the elephant will fall woefully. It will be a failure. If you take a fish outside of the water and trying to teach the fish how to climb tree, it will be a disaster. So why are we doing that to our kids? Why are we doing this to our kids? Our job, like I said, is to identify their area of strength and encourage them towards it. My kids, they are in the sciences, so it's not like I'm defending my position, because no. But the thing is, from when they were in primary school, we were observing and we're having this conversation. It was an ongoing conversation about where they will eventually end up. And we observe them and we help them to get self-aware to things that they really matter to them. Unfortunately for us, the two of them do well on both sides. They did well. In fact, my daughter she loves both sides. She loves mathematics, she loves sciences, she also loves the art. She writes, she does write poems, she draws, she paints, she does spoken words, she does all those creative things. But she has come to the understanding that sciences gives her a better option. And the final conversation we had was that with sciences, even when you get into the world, you can easily switch. So that you are doing well on both sides, and you said go ahead. But because she already have natural leaning towards that, my son is sure he's not. In fact, he was waiting for when he would just finally move over to sciences. So for them, it was a natural movement. Nobody forced them. In fact, I know how happy I was that I came out of school, WAEC, with a P in math, and I wrote it. I was so proud of myself, because up until till today, I can hardly tell the difference between algebra and geometrics. But because it's not my area of strength. But you see this, you bring literature, talk about all those subjects. I was teaching my classmates. They will tell you, many of them will always say that it was what I taught them they used to pass. I bring Shakespeare, I would decode Shakespeare. I would be reading Shakespeare and laughing, and my classmate would be like, is that thing? Where are you getting these jokes from, that thing? But that was my area, that was my zone, that was my area of brilliance, and they encouraged us. So please, I beg you, the parents, most especially the moms, do this for your kids. Find out where they excel and encourage them towards it. Then for the school, don't make the art student feel less than the science student. Let's endeavor to start bringing out the birds from the oceans and releasing them to the sky, and retrieving the lions from the waters and setting them free on the ground, and putting the birds back on the trees, so that our kids will excel however they have been destined to. And as I tie it up on this one, I ask that please, if you have found value with this conversation today, please give us a thumb up, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. Let's have a community of moms that are ready to change the narratives for our kids. Don't forget that you have the power to choose your best life. So dear woman, don't settle. See you in the next one. Bye.